Hey guys, welcome to Mask Up. Today we're going to be taking a look at a replica of one of the most easily recognizable masks in horror movie history, and that's the 1974 version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Killing Mask. This one's coming to you straight out of Texas from Ryan Strickland. Ryan's been a mask maker for many years, and during that time, he has perfected the most realistic dead skin that I have ever seen. So I couldn't wait to get my hands on one of his masks. When I saw the sculpt for his killing mask, I knew that this is one that I needed for my collection. The details that he is known for are unmatched. Soon after the mold was complete, he released his first prototype, which was the old South Texas killer mask. Honestly, I thought that the sculpt looked amazing. I wasn't a big fan of the darker color of this, but with such a great sculpt, I figured that even if it was a little bit darker, I could always touch that up myself. But first I reached out to Ryan, and I asked if he might mind doing one in a lighter color. Ryan turned out to be extremely helpful. He was quick to answer any questions that I had, and it was very obvious that he wanted to make the best mask he could possibly make. We discussed details, and the entire time he was extremely assuring, and just all around you could tell that he wanted to make the best mask that he could possibly make. Finally, the day came that the first run was almost done, and he was getting ready to ship them out. Soon after, I contacted him to see if he had gotten a chance to ship them. And to my surprise, he actually hadn't. Instead, he decided to completely resculpt the entire mask. And it turns out, he already had. He himself wasn't happy with how certain colors and translucencies had turned out in the mask. Ryan Strickland is a perfectionist, and as a mask maker, that is a strong skill to have. He was very quick to finish it all and ship it all out, and he even included the previous mask with my order. So now, without further ado, we're going to check out both masks from Ryan Strickland. This here is the final version of his killing mask, and the details on this are just absolutely insane. There's a strange translucency when you hold it up to the light. The texture on this is not like normal latex. In fact, it has embedded fibers made Bob Burns style. So realistic. The small dots, as well as some of the texture, is very similar to actual human leather. All the wire and the metal on this is real. The forehead wound is very accurate to the movie as well. Unlike many Leatherface masks and mask productions that I see, this doesn't have an overly large nose, which is great, because the original mask isn't supposed to. Unlike many masks, the curvatures and wrinkles in these don't seem to be sculpted. They're formed so naturally that it's as if you were to pick this up out of a dusty basement. This is what you expect wrinkled old leather to be. There are some parts of the mask where he definitely took his own artistic liberties, such as the pin-backed eyelids, the half-sunken-in part of the face, or the curvature of the lips. But honestly, these details look absolutely amazing, and are definitely a rival to the original movie mask. All in all, I'd give this a 9.5 out of 10. Could give this a 10? Then I would. The only issue, and I'm sure he's probably fixed it with his molds by now, because, as we know, he is a perfectionist. The only issue was the folded eyelids weren't properly folded, so they did protrude a little bit through the back, causing them to poke into my eyes a little bit. I was easily able to fix this with a piece of rolled up leather and a little bit of spray glue, so that should fix it. But again, if I could give this a 10 out of 10, I would, because otherwise this is just a perfect mask. I say these because it turns out he actually sent me 2 of the original mold, which is amazing. I cannot wait to rehaul these to add hair, some leather cord, finish up the eyelashes. These are absolutely amazing. And, I'm holding on to one, and I'll probably end up selling the other. I'm not sure which one yet, because each one is a little bit different with the, texture of the skin. Again, though, the skin itself, this is very... has like a coarseness to it, as leather does. The small details. I love how it's stacked together here. This is 2 separate layers, which are bound together, which just has such a realistic look for how leather actually is. If my phone was any better, I'd be able to show you a lot better. But hopefully you can just catch that nice little fine detail in there. Again, though, even the inside of the masks is just so realistic that when you put it on, you feel as if you are embodying this character. Couldn't be happier with my purchase from Ryan Strickland. So now, without further ado, it's time to mask up. Honestly, it's very comfortable. The one issue is the eyes do have to sit a little bit lower, which isn't even noticeable. Like, you still see my eyes, I can still see you. They just sit a little bit lower than they normally would because I have the leather inside of this one. But it is comfortable to the touch, comfortable to wear. Honestly, I love this mask. This is probably one of my favorite ones in my collection. And then, of course, when it comes to these ones, I mean, this just sits perfectly on my eyes. I have no issue at all with it poking me. It just feels so good to wear. Well, that's about all we have time for today. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe. And definitely, if you get a chance, check out the works of Ryan Strickland.